Live 5 News starts now with breaking news.
That breaking news here at the First Alert Desk. Lawrence County deputies responding to report of an active shooter at an upstate manufacturing facility. Now, that's according to the Sheriff's Department there in Lawrence County. The deputy chief says that deputies are responding to that area of an automotive interiors. This story is developing. Again, this is a manufacturing facility. I'm going to continue to follow this here at the First Alert Desk and bring you the latest as it comes in.
And rain showers are expected to continue this morning for most of the low country. We're going to start with meteorologist Stephanie Sine in the First Alert Weather Center, where she is keeping track of the rain showers as they start to move out.
That is right, Kyle. They are starting to move out. We've been tracking that for most of the morning hours. Last night was quite an active evening of those storms. You can see they're lifting off to the northeast. They're actually good ways away from the low country, and now we're just dealing with a few leftover scattered showers. So that's really the forecast for the morning commute. Scattered showers here or there, not widespread, and then cooler, dry air will move in this afternoon. And you can see it here behind this storm system. So we still have a few showers this morning, but behind it, drier air moving on in and below average temperatures, believe it or not. A future tracker right behind me, as you can see within the next few hours, still pumping out a few scattered showers like we said, but by 11 a.m. here, looking dry. Really not much on the docket this afternoon other than the wind. You're going to feel that wind gust up to maybe 30, 35 miles per hour through the afternoon. That's it for your weather. Let's talk about traffic this morning. Actually, we'll go right back to traffic in just a few minutes.
Stuff on movies and stuff like that, when people say they don't have time to really, you know, get ready for it, and you really don't.
This morning, some areas of the low country will be cleaning up damage left by a severe storm system that hit last night. Now, you're looking at some images right now out of Colleton County, one of the areas that saw some significant damage, a lot of trees down. Another area that saw a lot of damage was Orangeburg County, and Aaron Maben is in Holly Hill. Aaron, we look at some of these pictures with trees down, roofs ripped off of buildings, and you're seeing the same thing up there.
Yeah, Kyle, just a few minutes ago, I saw a woman out in her front yard picking up some limbs. But limbs are just a small thing compared to what we have here. Some 2x4s all around this area with some sharp nails. There's some bricks out here, and then we get to this right here, which is a roof that has been just lifted off of this building right here. If you're familiar with the area, this is at Jackson Hewitt, right across the street from the Piggly Wiggly. The roof, wood. There's also a lot of insulation in this area. If we kind of zoom into that bush right there, that's just insulation in that bush, but it just goes all the way down Pine Street. It's really tucked into a lot of bushes in this area. I was just walking by this First Baptist Church. Right behind the First Baptist Church over there on Peak Street, there is a downed tree that just missed, just missed the church. So good news there. Back here to this situation, no injuries reported, so that's some good news as well. I was able to speak with a Holly Hill police officer who tells me there will be assessment in this area to see what caused this. We just know that there was some powerful wind and rain and some intense weather, so again, heavy cleanup. We're live this morning in Holly Hill. I'm Aaron Maben, Live 5 News.
And back with an update, First Alert traffic here, alerting you to those accidents outside. Really, you can see the metro area, not much going on, lots of green on the major roadways. We're going to zoom into Somerville. You can see this is right off of Central Avenue here, road closed due to an accident on Carolina Avenue both ways at Jessamine. So if you're in that area, just keep that in mind. Could see some blockage there. Jumping on over to the Ladson area, you can see there's an accident on College Park Road near Treeland Drive. Drive safely.
This morning, 3 people are awaiting a bond hearing after Berkeley County authorities found drugs and a gun inside their home. Harry Capers, Andrian Baton, and Deshaun Moultrie are each facing several drug charges. Deputies responded to a home on Vicksburg Drive in Somerville Tuesday for a domestic dispute that involved a knife. Before they entered the home, deputies say there was a strong odor of marijuana. During a protective sweep of the home, they found marijuana, heroin, crack cocaine, methamphetamines, and a handgun. Right now, a search is still underway for a missing fisherman in Georgetown. Officials say that man disappeared in the Black River around 6:30 last night. According to deputies, he was reported lost near P House Landing. And take a look at your screen. Have you seen this girl? Charleston police still need your help to find this missing teen. Malaa Jenkins was reported missing Monday after she didn't come back home from school. take a good look. She was last seen in a light blue dress with white stripes and black flat shoes. If you've seen Mala or you know of her whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Charleston Police Department. The number is at the bottom of your screen.
Continuing with coverage of severe storms causing major destruction in Garden City, the area of Savannah. Now a roof was ripped completely off in Advance Auto Parts. Raycom's Marla Rooker has a look at the damage there.
You can see the roof of this Advanced Auto Parts behind me is completely ripped off. So much damage done in Garden City, which is right outside of Savannah. All of this happened closer to 4 o'clock yesterday, a very busy time in this area along Highway 80. But we can tell you, luckily, only minor injuries have been reported. Take a look at some of this video of the damage that we can show you. Now, we heard stories from so many other individuals outside of those law enforcement individuals, people who were here saying that they were inside of their cars, some of them their cars flipping over, many of them running inside local businesses to seek shelter. And the National Weather Service, they are coming out today to let us know whether or not this is a confirmed tornado. Many people telling us that what they saw was a tornado, but that is not something that we can confirm until the National Weather Service gives us that update. There were about 14 different buildings damaged here in Chatham County. Reporting in Garden City, Marla Rooker for the Raycom News Network.
Well, tonight is Live 5 night out at the River Dogs game. I'll be there along with both our weekend anchors, Sydney Ryan and Michael Higdon. Michael, by the way, is throwing out the first pitch. You don't want to miss that. It'll happen just before the game starts at 7:05. The team is also celebrating Cinco de Mayo. They'll have fireworks and plenty of mayonnaise. And also, it's Military Appreciation Night, so come out and say hey. Job seekers, Live 5 is on your side this morning. A Low Country gas station is looking to fill several positions today. Sunoco is hosting a job fair as it looks to hire assistant managers and sales associates. The hiring event begins at 9 o'clock and goes until 11 this morning. You can visit the Sunoco store at 3752 Ladson Road. Make sure you come dressed for an interview and have your resume on hand. A shocking viral photo of a teacher and a student has an Ohio family demanding answers. The school district's responding after seeing this photo of a teacher dragging a student. And the man you see here may look like an impatient customer just waiting in line, but surveillance cameras inside a Tampa bank caught a brutal attack he committed just seconds later.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
And welcome back with us on this Friday morning. Some good things happening here in the Low Country. Storms moving out. What an active night of weather, though. I'm sure some of you woke up because of those storms that are now moving well off the coast and also to the northeast. Now we're just dealing with some leftover scattered shower activity. Really, main word there is scattered and also not severe. So all of that severe weather now behind us. Best up forecast for today. Might need the umbrella this morning. The afternoon, dry in the 70s. So for your forecast, let's check up on the roads again this morning. First alert traffic. This is our traffic flow map. As you can see, major metro areas, not a lot going on so far, but we're going to zoom into the Somerville area, and this is right off of Central Avenue. Road closed due to an accident on Carolina Avenue both ways at Jessamine, so if you're in that specific area, watch out for that one. Also an accident around the Ladson area. This is on College Park Road near Treeland Drive. Drive safely.
An Ohio teacher has been fired after this image shows a teacher dragging a student down a hallway. She is dragging the child by the arm. Now, the teacher and the student have not been identified, but school officials did confirm the student was in the Head Start program, which provides education to children between the ages of 3 and 5. The school says it has apologized to the child's parents. A Tampa man's behind bars after his crime was caught on camera. Now keep your eye on the guy in the white hat and white t-shirt. You see him kind of lingering there behind the woman in the dress who's at the ATM, at one point even kind of looking over her shoulder as she's withdrawing money. Now as she takes the money from the machine, watch him jump onto her back trying to rip the money out of her hand. She does put up a fight, but he manages to snatch $700 and get away. The suspect was later arrested for an unrelated charge, but will now be facing additional charges for this robbery. Well, it's a done deal. A new legislation that Georgia's governor has signed that will impact college campuses.
Continuing to follow breaking news at the First Alert Desk, deputies responding to a report of an active shooter at an upstate manufacturing facility. It's called Yanfeng Automotive Interiors Plant off of 385 and Fountain Inn. This is a picture you're looking at. You can see a very active scene out there. Now, some information on this facility. Yanfeng, one of the world's largest manufacturers of automotive interiors. This story is a developing story that I'm going to definitely continue to follow here at the First Alert Desk, bring you any new details as they come in.
Now, your First Alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Well, after a stormy night, we're starting to see a little bit of sunshine, at least clouds and sun this morning with our sunrise. As of right now, live Super Doppler Max showing us shower activity continuing to move into the low country. But luckily, none of this is severe, as you can see. Going to zoom into one spot, seeing that decent shower this morning. James Island right now, even stretching into Folly Beach. You're seeing that heavy shower, even making its way over the harbor right now. So a little soggy, 26 if you're heading into the Charleston area, also crossing over the Ravenel into Mount Pleasant. Definitely a little bit of a soggy start for some of us. Not widespread. This is just leftover scattered shower activity continuing to move northeastward, and then in a few hours we're really going to dry out. Look at all of this dry air right behind the system, so that will replace the showers and storms that we saw last night. Let's check it out with our day planner. If you have outdoor plans this afternoon, we're really going to clear up quickly. 70 degrees by noon today, 73 at 3 p.m. Look at that wind, though. You're going to feel it. This afternoon, southwesterly wind 18 miles per hour. Gusts even stronger than that, so it's going to be a breezy day. I was just looking at this camera, actually, and it was just shaking in the wind. We're already seeing that wind outside, and definitely overcast conditions this morning with those showers. A southwesterly wind right now actually up to 20, so we're already feeling that breeze in some spots. Temperatures dropping in areas like Orangeburg, 64 degrees, 67 in Walterboro, 71 at Folly Beach. And don't expect a warm up today. High temperatures staying in the 70s. Yes, that is right. So leftover morning showers, that's what we're seeing now. Gusty wind and cooler air moves in behind this system, making way for a great weekend. Future trackers showing us those showers just pushing off the coast throughout the rest of the day. Really not much on the docket for the evening hours. Could see a few more clouds rolling in behind this system, but we're going to stay dry and nice for the weekend. Let's check it out with our full 7-day forecast here. We're in the 70s Saturday and Sunday, so that's below average. We're back to below average temperatures here for a few days. Tuesday finally heating back up to 80 degrees, getting pretty toasty Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Our next shower chance into Thursday. So for your 7-day forecast, out of the roads this morning, if you're just about to head outside and hit the roadway this morning, we are picking up a few slow spots right now, but watch out for some ponding on the roadways. Going to zoom into one accident. This is around the Somerville area, right off of Central Avenue. Road closed due to an accident in Carolina Avenue both ways at Jessamine, so keep that in mind if you're in that area. Gonna jump over to Mount Pleasant right now. Look at the northbound speed. We're a little slow this morning, down to 26 miles per hour. Drive safely.
This morning, Texas police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened during a standoff, and police say SWAT officers shot an armed woman last night. Reports show the 54-year-old woman barricaded herself inside a home just outside of Houston. Deputies say that she was belligerent and threatening to hurt anyone near her home. SWAT officers broke a window to see inside that home. That's when they say the woman pointed a gun at the officers and they shot her.
We had more than 24 people out here trying to get to save her life. It's very unfortunate, and we hope for these things to end peacefully.
A family member called 911 worried about that woman's mental state. The Department of Justice has opened a criminal investigation into the ride-sharing company Uber. It's looking into the company's use of an internal tool to evade law enforcement in places where the service has been banned or not yet approved. The software also identified and blocked rides to transportation regulators who were posing as Uber customers to prove the company was operating illegally in the area. Georgia's governor has signed a new legislation permitting licensed holders to carry firearms in specific and limited areas on college campuses. And this followed strong objections from state university leaders. Just last year, Governor Nathan Deal vetoed a similar campus carry bill. This new legislation will not allow concealed handguns on campus at preschools, faculty or administrative offices, or areas attended by high school students taking college classes. We're getting you ready for the weekend. We've got several events that are happening around the Low Country in this weekend's 5 Around Town. And we'll start in North Charleston, where the North Charleston Arts Fest continues this weekend with its biggest event. We're talking about the Arts Fest Expo. It's at the Charleston Area Convention Center tomorrow and Sunday. The free expo will include more than 40 performances on 4 stages, as well as arts and crafts, vendors, exhibitions, activities for children, and more. It's open both days from 11 to 5. Well, the heat's rising, summer's coming, and that means it's time to open up the water parks and hit the wave pool. Well, this weekend, all 3 of Charleston County's area water parks are opening: Splash Zone, Splash Island, and the Whirling Waters Adventure Park. All of them are opening tomorrow, and all 3 parks are open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days this weekend. The parks, though, are only open for the weekends for now. They'll open up daily in the coming weeks. Admission costs for the 3 parks vary. About 900 pounds of shrimp will be fried, boiled, and grilled in McClellanville tomorrow. It's the 41st Annual Low Country Shrimp Festival and Blessing of the Fleet. It features live music, arts and crafts, food vendors, a kids' corner, and, of course, plenty of shrimp. The festival is from 11 to 5 at the Robert E. Ashley Landing. That's located at the end of Pinckney Street. The festival is free, but they do suggest a $1 donation, and all the proceeds will benefit the local charter school, Cape Romaine Environmental Education Charter School. You want to listen for the drums and watch the paddles as they hit the water, and boats will be racing down the Ashley River for a good cause tomorrow morning. It's the 10th Annual Dragon Boat Festival taking over Brittlebank Park. About 1,800 paddlers and 62 teams will be competing and also raising money to support local cancer survivor programs. Last year, the festival raised about $170,000. The 48-foot wooden boats start racing at 8:30 in the morning. They'll have a cancer survivor ceremony scheduled for 11 o'clock, and everyone is invited to come out and join the party for free, where you can watch the races at Brittlebank Park. Well, the sheep that roam the grounds at Middleton Place are about to be shedding their winter coats, and you're invited to come out, watch, and maybe learn something. Costumed interpreters will use traditional steel blade hand shears to remove that fleece. The Middleton Place flock of Gulf Coast sheep produces about 10 to 15,000 yards of wool each year. And by the way, this breed of sheep is one of the oldest in North America. The shearing takes place from 10 a.m. to 3. It is free with general admission to Middleton Place. If you want more information on these events and others, head over to my Facebook page, Kyle Jordan, Live 5 News, and look for the Around Town logo. Coming up in the 5 things you need to know this morning, storms are moving out of the Low Country right now, but the damage still remains in places like Walterboro and Holly Hill.
Coming up, what's next after House Republicans pass their health care bill? Reaction from political and insurance experts. Plus, growing scrutiny of the charity Cars for Kids, accused of misleading donors in one state. More Real News is just minutes away on CBS This Morning.
And we are back with final check of the forecast this morning. Still expecting a few scattered showers to move into the Low Country this morning. You can see they're moving in from the southwest. They're right over the harbor, actually up towards Mount Pleasant right now. So do watch out for a few scattered showers this morning, but nothing severe. That's what we like to see, especially for this time of the morning. Dry air moving in right behind it. So do expect a dry out for the afternoon.
And coming up on Bounce this morning at 7, with just 1 vote to spare, Republicans push their Obamacare replacement through the House. What patients need to know and why some are already expecting substantial changes when it reaches the Senate. Get ready in just a few minutes. Make that switch to one of these channels to catch Live 5 News this morning on Bounce, or log on to live5news.com where you can watch the stream.
Taking a look at the 5 things you need to know this morning. We're still waiting on more information about a crash in Berkeley County. The coroner was on the scene last night where a car hit a person on Mudville Road in Cross. This morning, Harry Capers, Andrian Beaton, and Deshaun Moultrie are awaiting a bond hearing after Berkeley County authorities found drugs and a gun inside their home. An investigation's underway after an 18-month-old baby was found unresponsive in a bathtub. The baby is listed in critical condition. This happened on Mineral Springs Road off Highway 162 in Hollywood. This morning, some areas of the Low Country will be cleaning up damage left behind by severe storm system that hit last night. Damage has been reported in Colleton and Orangeburg counties. And the number one thing right now, Lawrence County deputies are on the scene of a reported active shooter situation at a manufacturing plant in Fountain Inn. You're looking at a picture on Twitter from our affiliate in Spartanburg. The call came in just after 6 o'clock this morning. No word yet on any injuries.
And one final check of traffic this morning. Traffic flow map, really things looking great in the metro area this morning. Still checking up on that accident here. Closed road due to an accident in Carolina Avenue both ways at Jessamine. Drive safely. Another 7-day forecast. Once again this morning, maybe a few scattered showers, but the afternoon completely different. Going to dry out, very breezy, and then that weekend gorgeous in the 70s.
I know that rain. This is what leaves behind.
Right.
Nice cooler temperatures.
Nice cooler I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, getting ready for the weekend. All right, CBS This Morning is coming up next, or you can make the switch over to Bounce for another hour of news. Have a great weekend.